The All-Stars also brings to Gold Coast the celebration of the Learn, Earn, Legend initiative, the Youth Summit and community visits by the All-Stars Festival, and of course some of the best players in the world going head-to-head. And without any further ado, I'd like to bring one of those guys up here on the stage. He's no longer a player, Darren Lockyer. Mate, we're here today to introduce the new playing strip for the NRL All-Stars. If you can just hold that up for everybody to see. You'll note there that not only is it a new strip, but there's the introduction this year of the NRL clubs onto the sleeves. So each of the players that plays in one of those jerseys that gets selected by the voting process will carry the insignia of their club. Mate, one of the things I wanted to point out, mate, was a tribute to Arthur Beetson, the late Arthur Beetson, on the front of the jersey. And obviously, it's a very moving tribute. It simply says Arthur Beetson, 1945 to 2011. Tonight we play in your honour. Do you think that that's going to weigh fairly heavily on the guys, mate, as they run out on the 4th?
Oh, look, I think a lot of these boys that'll be playing on the night wouldn't have seen Arthur play, but they understand the impact he had on the game and in particular the Indigenous community. So. Look, it's a great concept and it's going to be a great game, and I'm sure that the fact that Arthur is going to be, paid tribute on the night, it's going to be a special night. I think we're going to see a big crowd here with a lot of emotion, and I'm sure the Indigenous team in particular will play with a lot of heart, as they always do. This
is your first game, mate, where you'll be actually on the sideline watching, and it's a bit of a different role for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just starting to get used to the retirement thing. At the moment, it's going well, but the difficult part for me will be when I come to stadiums like this and there's atmosphere and I'm not on the field. But I'm looking forward to watching the game and being a spectator. And I can't keep playing, but there's so much talent out there, and in particular, this game is played at such a high standard. When it's the first game of the season.
And obviously the public select this team, and it's a very important process that they go through, but there's a couple of guys that are cast into the team automatically. In the All-Stars case, it's Benji Marshall and Cameron Smith. The coach gets a couple of selections, but you've had a bit of a crack at putting a team together, mate. What went into that?
Oh, well, I knew Nate was going to be here today, so
great way to alienate yourself right in the beginning of your retirement, isn't it, to be asked to select a team?
Exactly. I guess that's what the All-Stars is all about, and it's about the fans being able to choose their team, and I thought I'd have a crack. I'm not saying my team will be the one selected or nor to be the best one, but that was my opinion. As I said, this creates a talking point for rugby league early in the season, which is great.
It's a great focus, beginning of the season, no doubt. Got some pretty handy players in there with the likes of Jack Reed and Chrissy Lawrence. They'd be new starters. Cooper Cronk, Cade Snowden. It's a pretty hefty lineup. Michael Crocker for a blast from the past.
Yeah. Well, Sam Burgess, I think, was going to be the front runner there, but he's pulled out due to injury. So Croc, we've sort of seen what he can do in the big game. So looking forward to hopefully seeing Croc. Look, I think every club has at least 2 or 3 players that's obviously played for their country. So a lot of good players miss out. So no matter what team the NRL All-Stars put out, it's going to be high class. And the Indigenous team, I reckon, is the best they've had since the inception of the game.
There's no doubt that it's a very exciting prospect for the players. I've had several of the players trying to solicit me to get votes for them through my Twitter account and make sure they got a start into the team. So obviously the players are really keen on playing in this game.
They are. I think it's a week where they get out of pre-season training too. They can come in and just relax on the Gold Coast. I look forward to the week being 50 metres away from the beach and just the going around to the local communities, the schools. It's just a great way to celebrate rugby league and the Indigenous community.
So you're the ambassador for the NRL All-Stars, mate. What does that entail?
Well, you're the manager of the All-Stars, so you're supposed to tell me.
I'm just a little bit worried, mate. I've never had you in camp without a responsibility before, so...
I'll be on the coast all week, mate, and I'll be, as I said, enjoying the week, but also getting out and about and, I guess, pressing the flesh for the first time as a past player.
Mate, we're going to have a great week, I can assure you of that, and it's going to be very nice to have you aboard. So, everybody, thank you very much, Darren Lockyer.